Hi everyone, Kaary here. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing great today. So today I'm back with another speed build that's going to be part of my save file, and this is the type of build that I don't usually do because it's for a townie family. So today we're actually working for my save file using a realistic floor plan and also building a house for the Price family, but it's one of the pre-made Sims families that comes with high school years. So today we're building in Copperdale. We're actually building in the exact same lot in which the family lives originally in the game, but I decided to bulldoze the house and build something brand new with more of an 80s style. I would say something a little bit more run down, a little bit more realistic instead of the house they originally had. And I have to say, I love this house, and it has taken me a while to finish building it because, I mean, not building, but editing the video, because it's kind of a longer speed build, as you can see. And yeah, it's 26 minutes of voiceover almost. And basically, I just needed time to put a lot of attention to everything that I was doing here. I really wanted to share this build with you guys because I built this maybe right after we got the last 3 kits. So the golden years, the kitchen clutter, and also the restoration workshop kit, because I used the 3 of them. I mean the 3 I used the 2 build kits here in this house, and I love how everything changed without having them to now having those 2 kits, the build kits at least. And the golden years kit, I do like it as well, so don't worry about that because I am using it for some Sims in my save file as well. And yeah, we're working on the exterior of this build. It ends up having it's kind of a big house, but everything is kind of closed up, so there's no open floor plan here, and that's something that I was really trying to accomplish because, as I said, I wanted this house to feel more 80s inspired, so not something that was so modern. Of course, it has some modern appliances. It's by no means time accurate when it comes to the 80s, but I really wanted to have the exterior and some of the features in the interior to look more like in the 80s. But definitely this family bought this house and they renovated it somehow, so yeah, they did some changes. But I ended up really liking this house because it ends up having, I think, 4 bedrooms inside the house and 3 bathrooms, or 3.5 bathrooms, and there's a house outside for Kevin, and he has his own space in the backyard, so he has 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom as well, also a kitchen and everything like that. So yeah, I just really wanted him to have a very specific space for him, because if you don't know how this family works, actually, this is the Price family. So it's 2 parents and 2 teenagers and 1 kid, but they also have like an exchange student whose name is Kevin, and he has his own place here because I thought that maybe like the story behind all this was that this family actually is this type of they're in this kind of exchange programs in which they have their house set up for people that come abroad to study and stuff like that. So I was thinking that maybe Kevin was just one of those students that come and stay in this house. So they have like a very specific space for these exchange students to come here and stay for as long as they want to, or as long as they're allowed to stay. So yeah, I thought it was way better because the lot is quite big, so I had a lot of empty space, and I thought I came with this idea of having a specific area for the exchange students, and maybe in the future when Kevin leaves the house, they can just have the room ready for another person so they can come here. And it's kind of a small house, it's kind of a pool house, I would say, but it's not specifically that. So yeah, that's what I thought, and I ended up really liking how the layout ends up working in that kind of pool house. I'm gonna be calling it a pool house. Here we're working on some tiny details that I have been doing for a few of my builds. So I'm creating a doorbell here. Of course, it's not functional, but it ends up looking so cool. I really like it. I wish we had like doorbells in The Sims. Maybe your Sims don't use it, maybe it's not a functioning item, but it would be so cool to have it as a decor piece, just the same way we have the light switches. And yeah, I would love to have doorbells and plug things. I don't know. I forgot the word, I'm sorry. But yeah, now we're creating the exterior of this house in which Kevin is gonna stay in, and it ends up having the same colors as the other house, but you see it's kind of small. But he ends up having a bedroom, a full bathroom, also a kitchen, like a full kitchen, and a living space as well. So yeah, looks can be deceiving because this space is quite big, and I really wanted to fence in the backyard, but I ended up making it still having like an open gate here. I didn't keep this gate, even though maybe I should have, but I thought I was struggling with this part, like with all the my god, the terrain paint. I'm sorry, I got distracted for a second and I forgot the word. But yeah, I think I got rid of it because of the terrain paint. It was looking kind of weird, and I ended up making it just like an open gate, but it still looks good. And if you want to close it up, you're more than welcome to do so. Oh my god, that sounded so weird. You're more than welcome to do so. I don't know what's wrong with me today. English is not working properly, but I mean, that's not news. And yeah, we're creating all the backyard area here, like the layout. There's gonna have some plants in all those planters that I created. I'm gonna be adding one more here. I don't remember if I kept this one in the final version or if I got rid of it, but I'm pretty sure I kept it. I don't remember. Maybe I did. You will see it on the screenshots. But now we're adding a pool because, I mean, these Sims have a lot of different likes, but there are some of them that are really like that most of them have. So the three kids, I would say even Kevin as well, all of them like video games. So this house ends up having like a full movie room, I would say, in which you could easily add a console if you want. But these kids ends up having computers in their bedrooms. The two teenagers, Savannah and Sydney, end up having computers in their bedrooms. And Jaden doesn't have a computer because he's a child, but he can easily go to the living room and play video games in the console that I added there. And yeah, they are really into video games, and I thought that was so cool. But they also have like they like fitness as well. Like Sydney ends up having like a punching bag. I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my English today. I'm sorry if this bothers you, but you know, English is not my first language, so yeah, we have to work with what we have. And so yeah, he ends up having a punching bag in his bedroom as well. And there are different things here. I decided to add the pool, as I said, because one, there's a lot of empty space in here in the backyard, and there was not that much we could do, because usually I would add like a lot of space for your Sims to plant and stuff like that, because I know that the mom, her name is Janae, I think. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but yeah, Janae, I think. She likes gardening, but she's not like, I mean, I didn't see her as someone who would spend most of her free time gardening, doing garden. So yeah, that's why I decided just to have a few planter pots in there, and the rest of the space I created like a barbecue area for your Sims to spend some time outside. And also I added the pool, and of course now we're in the interior, and I had to use the fridge from the Restoration Workshop kit because it's definitely become my favorite fridge. It comes in so many swatches. It's such a beautiful like design, and I don't know, I loved it. And I struggled a little bit here in the kitchen. I had to cut out many times of me trying to figure out which counters I was gonna use, like cabinets I was gonna use. I ended up going with the matching ones from Parenthood, but it's because I'm not used to having gray kitchens. This is kind of new for me, but I really wanted to do something a little bit different, and I thought a gray kitchen would look so well. So yeah, I ended up doing that, and I think it was such a good choice because it just matches so well with the fridge. I first tried to have a red stove as well. I ended up keeping it gray because it was just too much, but the fridge, yeah, it definitely had to be red. And you see here all of these pops, kind of retro hints that I'm adding here with all the Restoration Workshop kits and all the other things that we're adding. So also I know some of the Sims, maybe it was the dad, I could be wrong, but one of the Sims is into cooking as well. So yeah, the dad is level 4 cooking. So I really wanted to have like this really nice kitchen because the dad spends time cooking as well, and they need a nice kitchen. I mean, this house is really big. As I said, it ends up having like enough space to have a movie room. And I just thought that maybe having a barbecue or having dinner together, it was like the time and the way they spend time together, and they just talk about their days and what they did and how life went that day and what they did at school and work and stuff like that. So I really wanted to have like a nice kitchen, but still it was kind of small, as you can see. Now we're decorating the dining space, and I do have to say it looks a little bit cramped in here, but I did play test everything in this house, and I think there was only one thing that I had to change, and it was, I don't know, maybe, I don't remember, but it was so tiny, like such a tiny detail that I don't even remember if I changed what I changed. But the dining space works perfectly. So yeah, your Sims can sit in all the 6 chairs, and they don't have any routing issues or anything like that. So everything works perfectly, and I was so happy with that because that's kind of a worry that I have every time that I decorate a tiny dining space, because I know that the Sims need half a tile to walk properly in a space, but sometimes they just get messed up and they don't know what to do. Oh, it was in here in the living room. Here's where I had to do this tiny little change because I decided to use this fireplace from Businesses and Hobbies because I've used it only once, and I really wanted to have like a nice fireplace, and I originally was trying to use it here in the middle of the living room. I ended up moving it here to the corner, and here is where I struggled a little when I did the playtesting because I couldn't make the Sims turn on the fireplace because of the coffee table. So I just had to move the coffee table like nothing, almost nothing. I just moved it a little bit, and then everything worked just fine. But it's such a tiny detail that I had to do that you wouldn't even notice unless I told you that I did it. So yeah, you know now that that was the only issue that I had. So you see how far away the table is from the fireplace, but still my Sims couldn't turn it on, so I had to move it just a tiny bit, and then it worked just fine. So yeah, that made this house be fully functional, and also it's up on the gallery already, so if you want to go and download it, you can use the link that it's down in the description if you want to find it more easily, because I did upload this a few weeks ago, so it should be up by now. And I have been uploading more builds in the last couple of weeks, so maybe it would take you a while to find it, but there's a link in the description as well. And also there's all the information about this build, so how much it cost, where I built it, in which world, how many bedrooms and bathrooms it has, and what lot size I built this on. So you have all that information in the description if you want to go and check it out. And yeah, we're decorating the living room, as I said, and I really wanted to have like this space for your Sims to come and hang out in here if they wanted to. I added the record player there, as you can see. I added a telephone because I'm obsessed with the telephones now that we have them. I'm so happy we have them. I love them so much. I always use this one, but I always forget we have the wall phone as well. So I added that one in the kitchen, as you could see. Now we're working on the entryway because I did keep almost everything here in the speed build, and the entryway is really cramped. I really thought I was gonna struggle a little bit with all the space that I had, because the hallway to the kitchen is only one tile wide and there's a bathroom there, and I used those lamps from Room of Magic, but then I changed them for I don't know which ones, because I didn't realize that they got like this blue flame when they were turned on, and that looks so out of place that I had to change it. So yeah, in the screenshots and also in the final version that's up on the gallery, that's not the lamps that they're gonna be here. But this is the movie room. As you can see, I decided to use this big TV from the Casanova Cave kit because I always like to find the chance to use this TV. I think it's beautiful, and also it's kind of a screen projector, so it's like you can project movies in there. And also I added the candy maker thingy, and also the popcorn maker as well, so you can eat candy and popcorn while watching movies here. Maybe you have like movie nights every Friday or something like that. And yeah, I play tested that and everything works, so your Sims can actually do make the candies and also the popcorn if they want. And now we're working on the garage. I struggled a little bit with the layout here. I didn't have a specific idea. The only thing that I was sure of is that I wanted to have the water heater, also the electric box, and also the laundry machines here in the garage to make it fully functional and accessible for your Sims and just not a waste of space. But I did have to move things around a little bit just to add more things from the Restoration Workshop kit, because that's, I mean, I'm obsessed with this kit. I think I never thought I would be obsessed with a garage kit, really. I never thought so, but I'm so happy that we have it and I love it. I think it's amazing. It just helps so much to create a more realistic house and to create a more like cluttered space, and I love clutter, so yeah. I was so happy with this. Also, I added a ping pong table, so your Sims can come here and play ping pong if they want. Now we're adding it here. I did play test it as well, because sometimes you worry that the space is not big enough and you do have to play test it. And also I added the brackets, or whatever the name of the things are. They don't block your Sims from playing, so don't worry. I just really wanted to have more details here. And now we're decorating the main bedroom. So this is Marcel and Janae's bedroom. And I kept it pretty simple because I struggled a little bit trying to get to a common ground in which colors I was going to use in here, because they have different likes when it comes to colors, and basically yellow was the common color that they had. So I decided to use a lot of yellow here, and the bedroom ends up not being cluttered whatsoever. So if you want to clutter it up, you are more than welcome to do so. But now we're moving into Savannah's bedroom. This is definitely one of my favorite rooms because of all the things that I added in it. More so, I mean, the color scheme ends up being very pink and blue and white, because I think those are her favorite colors. But she's really into video gaming and programming, so she has a space in here with her computer. And I was thinking that maybe she was more of a vlogger, or maybe she does some streaming. So I added this computer from the Comfy Gamer kit, and just to make sure that your Sims wouldn't be blocked getting out of the chair, I added this cart here with more stuff because she's really artistic. So yeah, I thought maybe she had some makeup tutorials, or maybe she just painted, because she's really artistic, as I said, and she's really into video games. I mean, not so much. She's level 2 video gaming, but it was kind of the like that all of them had in common. So I think for my save file, I'm gonna make her be more into video games, and maybe because I know she is in a after school activity. I just don't know in which one she is, but I'm definitely gonna make her have like a part-time job as a streamer or something like that, because yeah, I mean, that's the vibes that I get from her. And also she has an axolotl, because why not? I I mean, I always forget we have them. I think they're pretty, and this household doesn't have any type of pet, so they don't have cats, dogs, horses, mini sheep, mini goats, anything like that. So I decided that she would have an axolotl, and it would be like the star of her streams and stuff like that. So every time that she streams, she has like an axolotl cam or something like that instead of a cat cam. But yeah, I just ended up really liking her bedroom. I think it's really teenager like, and still I managed to add so many things to it. I just really like it. And sorry if I am messing up the pronouns, because I don't know the pronouns that the Sims have. Maybe I should have made my research better, but I just don't know what pronouns the Sims use. So I'm sorry if I mess it up. But now we're decorating Sydney's room, and this is Savannah's twin brother. So he has as well a lot of different things in his bedroom, but he's more so into fitness and charisma. So that's why I said that I added the punching bag in here. And also he has a computer because he does like video games, I think, but he's more into sports. So he has the punching bag, he has a mirror in case he want to practice charisma, and some balls here, as you can see. And I just decided to make this bedroom a little bit more messy than usual, for a teenager at least. So there's a lot of clutter in the desk, as you can see, but I just had so much fun. I thought that maybe he would have gotten a lot of different trophies competing in different sports, and he just doesn't have enough space for him to display them correctly or in a better way, I would say. So yeah, he ends up having all of them in there. He also has more clothes here in the foot of the bed. And now we're moving into Jaden's bedroom. So this is the kid, and what I really liked about him is that his favorite colors were red and I don't know, maybe red and blue, also orange, and he doesn't like green. So I decided to use a lot of red in the bedroom because that's a color that I haven't used that much in this build. So I decided to go full on red, and I don't know, the bedroom ends up looking so cool. I used a lot of things from the Journey to Batuu game pack because I thought that he would be into void critters and different sci-fi things because he likes video games as well. So yeah, I thought that it may be kind of a compensation because he doesn't have a computer in his bedroom. I decided to add a lot of different things from Journey to Batuu. And I just really like this bedroom. It's tiny, but it just gets the job done, and you can easily improve this bedroom to have more space for a teenager when he grows up. And he ends up having a praying mantis as a pet. I don't know why I found it. I liked it. I used it just the same way that I decided to use the axolotl in Savannah's bedroom. So yeah, he has a praying mantis in here, and I love it so much. It looks so cool in there. But yeah, he has some toys here laying around in the bedroom, and I decided to add the doctor set because, you know, by now, if you've seen many of my builds, every time that I create a kids room, I add the doctor set because it helps you develop, I think it's empathy. And I really like to do all those things with the kids and to have a really like a well-rounded child, I would say. I don't know if that's the word, but yeah, pretty much having a top-notch kid. I really like to play with that. And now we're decorating the tiny house for Kevin. So we're starting with the bathroom because it was like, I was trying to get out of it, really, so that's why I decided to start with it. And I kept it in the speed build because I didn't keep any of the other bathrooms in the speed build, so I decided to keep this one. And I think it's kind of different from the ones inside the house, but you will see it on the screenshot, so don't worry. But yeah, I really like this bathroom. And I do have to say, I built this before we got the latest update. So something that kind of bothered me was the change that they did to this, the toilet that comes in the sleek bathroom kit, because yeah, it was supposed to go inside the wall, but I just don't like it that way. I like it better in the original version. So yeah, I kept it that way, and I'm gonna be using it like that. I mean, I'm not gonna get it into the wall because I just don't like it how it looks weird. But now we're decorating the kitchen. Originally I was thinking to have like a kitchenette in here, but Kevin is really into cooking, so I thought that maybe he would become a chef or something when he grows up. So I decided to have a fully functional kitchen for him, and of course I had to use the appliances from the restoration workshop kit, because I mean, why shouldn't I? I mean, it's beautiful. I love it. The stove, I know I've said this before, I love that the stove is a little bit smaller than all the other ones. I think it's such a tiny detail, but I just like it so much that it has become one of my favorite stoves as well, and it comes in such many colors that it's just great. But yeah, we're decorating here the kitchen. We're adding this backsplash that we got with the kitchen clutter kit. And yeah, it has an issue here with the lighting under behind the fridge, but it's such a tiny detail that I just decided to skip it and just like move on and keep it that way. But yeah, you see that the house is a little bit tiny. I have to shrunk the kitchen a little bit as well because I needed space for the living room. But it's kind of half a tile. I didn't move it that much, so your Sims still have space to walk around and use everything, so they can sit in both of the bar stools and they can use everything here as well. So it's not such a different layout from what we had originally. I thought of using a rug under the in the living room, but I decided against it because there's carpet on the floor, and I thought that maybe having a rug was just more work and it was unnecessary for a sim that is more so into studying. So yeah, we're actually adding the final details to this build. We're gonna be adding the hampers because I completely forgot about them. So yeah, now the house is fully functional, as you can see. And yeah, I just want to say that I really like this house. I was so proud of it, and I'm really nervous every time that I build houses for townies because I'm not so familiarized with all the townies. But yeah, I just had a lot of fun with this one. So if you like this house, please give it a like, also comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Remember, you can download this from the gallery and do the screenshots. Goodbye!